Hello everyone, welcome to my Mythic Amirdrassil solo guide for patch 12.0.5, which just came out yesterday. And with that patch came nerfs to the Amirdrassil raid. I was actually waiting for this patch to drop with nerfs before I made this guide. So without further ado, let's just get straight into it. So the most important thing I'm going to be talking about are the changes, what concerns you, and what could stop you from potentially killing the boss. Look, most people are just going to walk in here and kill everything, but if you're someone that struggles on a specific boss, don't worry, I've got you covered. I've pretty much mastered this entire raid. I've spent a long time in here, so whatever your problem is, whether it's low DPS, you're one-handed and you can only do 100k DPS, I got you covered, don't worry about it. So first, I'm doing this on a level 80, and I'm doing this because level 80, I have the least amount of defensive capabilities compared to you guys at level 90. So if I can do it, you guys can definitely do it. Of course, my DPS might be slightly higher compared to someone who was 90 in questing gear. But yeah, so for this boss, literally all you guys have to do is stand there and kill him. The change that occurred with this boss, with the nerfs, is that so during here in the intermission, when you stand on the swirly circles, the fiery circles, you get a debuff that allows you to run around the branches and put them on fire. Usually you can only do it 5 times, then you got to go back to another swirly and then keep doing that until all branches are burnt, and then you basically can hit the boss again because he gets a damage reduction in this phase. Now, the stacks do not drop off, meaning as soon as the swirly hits you, you can burn as much as 20, 30, 40 branches depending on how quick you are. So for this, I really recommend that you use speed. Speed gear will help you in this intermission. I got this boss dead in like 3 minutes, possibly less. So more speed, you get through this quicker. One very important thing I will note, I'm going to say it right now, it's going to apply to every boss in here. Please make sure, if you are struggling, you apply a leech enchant to any of your pieces of gear, even if it's 1% leech, because we are, for the first time, I don't know why, but Blizzard's allowing us to have legacy damage for a previous expansion raid, well, 2 expansions now. Usually we don't get legacy damage this early, but they've kind of changed their ways. I don't know why. I mean, it was necessary because the boss's health are quite inflated. So yeah, if you apply leech and then you because of legacy damage, you're going to heal more than your entire life bar in a few seconds, and thus any source of damage that's hurting you will not matter. As long as you are doing a rotation or pressing the 1 button rotation, you will out heal it, so it doesn't matter. So this boss, extremely simple. Just stand in the swirlies during the intermission, burn the branches, and then kill the boss. You can stand in every single mechanic, ignore every single ad, it literally does not matter. This guy will not hurt you, okay? So I'm gonna move on to the next boss now. Okay, for Igira the Cruel, very simple. Literally stand here and kill him. Again, his damage doesn't do anything. Even if you are a cloth wearer, if you apply a leech enchant, it's fine. Like, your health bar will always be 100%. The only thing you have to do, he will go into a small intermission here. In a moment, you'll see it, where he starts whacking an anvil with his hammer, I believe. There will be swirlies on the ground, they can knock you back. It's slightly annoying for melee and for range if you're casting, but just move out the swirly. It's one mechanic, that's it. You have no reason to move at any other time. If you start moving randomly around, you might get stunned. There's a spear that goes out during the first phase, and if you move too far away from it, it'll stun you. So just stand still, literally. Only move for these swirlies during this intermission. That's it. Kill the boss. Okay, next boss, Volcoross. This one, again, like the last one, stand there and kill him. However, there's one exception. There is only one thing that could potentially kill you. It is the Cataclysmic Jaws. Basically, you have a debuff. It's a tank buster. It will stack up. Basically, if it gets too high and your DPS is extremely low and for some reason you didn't apply any leech, you might die. Okay, fine. So the solution to this You're going to see it here in a moment. If you feel like that's killing you or doing too much damage, you see here on the clip, I'm moving backwards. Move away from the boss's melee range, and he will stop applying it, and he will do a range attack instead. Most bosses have this when you go out of melee range, especially when they're stuck in the ground. It's supposed to hurt more, but obviously, it's been 2 expansions. None of these things hurt for anything. So just move out into your deboss server and then go back in. Literally everything else is irrelevant. The rage of the firelands, the fire I'm standing in, all irrelevant. One thing that might annoy you, you might want to do it. You see this like black shadow that spawns, and it's basically a worm behind you that's gonna slam on the ground where that shadow is. You see here. Just move out of it because it can knock you back. It can knock you into the lava. It's just a little bit of an annoying situation to be in, but it's not going to cause you a wipe. Okay, so that's it for this boss. Okay, for this boss, I went ret on purpose because I recall when I was doing my research, people would struggle with this one on ret, and even myself back in Season 2 of the War Within, because he does a tank mechanic where it makes you take like 500% more melee damage. Well, good news, he no longer does that. So as you can see here in the clip, I'm purposely, by the way, not using any of my tank trinkets. I'm purposely not playing my hero talent that gives me absorb. So I've got 0 absorb the entire time. You can see it above my player health frame, absorption 0. Okay, so this guy literally does not hurt at all. He's like a target dummy. The only 2 annoying mechanics that might annoy you is he'll knock you back occasionally with Furious Charge. However, there are roots that follow you, and if they root you while he does that, then it won't knock you back. But all you have to do is walk back up to him if you're melee, so it's not a big deal. If your DPS is a bit too slow though, and to be honest with you, I really don't think anyone's DPS can be this low. He will go into his phase 3, which is like after 6 minutes. You'd have to literally be doing half of my level 80's DPS. Okay, if that does happen to you, he will go into a phase where he will apply a heal reduction on you. However, because I didn't get to see it because my DPS is like decent, I'm gonna assume Blizzard have removed it. But let's say you are wiping to that, like, hey man, he's reducing my healing by 100%, what do I do? In that situation, if your DPS is really that low, I would just advise you playing tank trinkets, playing absorb, because absorb's not affected by this heal reduction. That will buy you time. The best way I can showcase it for you, because it's kind of hard for me to showcase it unless I AFK'd around, I have a video to my original kill in Season 2 of the War Within. I literally used this strat. The boss in Rage, which none of you are going to reach in Rage, but even if you do, he Rage and it reduces my healing by 100%, and I still managed to just stack absorb. So literally delve trinkets. There's a really good Don, I think it's called Don something. It's like a trinket that gives you 300k absorb, well 300k at my level, but it'd be more for you guys at 90. But yeah, you can just use tank absorb trinkets to get through that. But I don't think any of you are going to have that issue, but just throwing it into the video in case. Okay, time for council. I know this one's actually the trickier one out of all the bosses for most people. So first things first, it is bugged. Songs of the Flower is not working as intended. So if you're getting stunned, there's nothing you can do about it. I even got stunned. Good news though, the bosses hit significantly less. And as a level 80 rep paladin, I pretty much survived the stun, which you're going to see in the video very soon, if that's the part you're struggling on, because I know I got a lot of comments on that on my original kill video. Mechanics wise, what you have to do, okay, first of all, you have to kill them all evenly. Very important you don't kill one, because they will heal to full HP after about 20 seconds. So try and cleave them down. If one's too low, run to another one and start hitting them. When Ursoc casts Blind Rage, okay, it's very important, Pip will turn you into a polymorph bomb. You need to run over 3 green circles. After 3 green circles, your number 2, or the second button on your new action bar, will light up. Then you need to run under Ursoc and use that. That will interrupt his Blind Rage. If you do not do this, he should enrage and do 500% more physical damage. I don't know if Blizzard have removed that. If they have, then great, you can ignore the mechanic. I have a feeling they haven't, so literally you just have to do that. That's the only mechanic that could potentially wipe you. I don't think the stun here, as you can see in the video, will cause you a problem because I survived it without using any cooldowns. You can preemptively use a defensive going into the stun, just as the Songs of the Flower cast is about to complete. But other than that, try and kill them all as fast as you can, evenly of course. Make sure you, when Ursock's doing his blind rage, you take the polymorph under him and press your new action button. Remember, 3 circles will activate the button. That's it. Don't worry about the other mechanic with the other archer go. There's like a mechanic where you need to face Ursock towards her to interrupt the grip that slows you. Don't even worry about that. It doesn't do anything. Just ignore it completely. It's a pretty simple boss. So I'm showing the trash here because I thought it was obvious, but you know, you have to interrupt the ad. Just want to say, if you're like hitting these ads and they're not taking any damage, they have a cast bar. It's kind of a simple World of Warcraft kind of logic. I guess if someone's casting, you interrupt them. But yeah, just make sure you interrupt these ads. And let's get into the boss now. Okay, from what I tested, this boss is exactly the same, but to be honest with you, I don't really think it needed nerfs. It was pretty simple. It did get one significant nerf to damage taken. I will explain it in a moment, but here in P1, all you have to do is just pop all your cooldowns, hit the boss. When you get targeted with Weaver's Burden, it's like a massive green circle around you. Run out of it, and then run back in once it expires, because it will put a circle on the ground, and that thing will keep knocking you back. So as a melee, it will be very annoying for you to get into melee range with the boss. Other than that, there are green lines that come out very slowly. You can see here I get stunned. If you get hit by them, you get stunned. So just try and dodge them. It's a little dodge game, left, right, left, right. That's it pretty much. Don't worry about anything else. And then when the boss goes into intermission, she will become immune. I run up to the ad here, casting Life Ward. Again, it's like the trash, you have to interrupt them. And then you run here to this mythic ad. As you can see, I'm killing it pretty quick, and just kill him. And then you kill the other tree. The nerf that's happened is when the big tree from the other side runs towards you, it used to activate bombs and literally could almost kill you. It doesn't do that anymore. So just interrupt the ads, kill them, and then back to the boss. Take your Weaver's Burden debuff out. Once it expires, run back in so it's not in your way as a melee. As range, you probably don't even need to do this. And then avoid the lions that are coming out of the boss very slowly so you don't get stunned, chain stunned. Paladin, you can bubble and just nuke the boss if you want. If you are very slow, you will get several intermissions. But you just apply the same logic as the first one. Just kill the ads. Make sure you interrupt them. That's it pretty much. Yeah, pretty simple. Okay, for Smolderon, there's only one mechanic that's going to really wipe you guys. Brand of Damnation. So when he first casts it, just don't worry about it, keep doing DPS. You're going to lead shield to 4. It's not really going to hit that much. However, the first time he applies it, the next one will do 500% more damage. So you just have to use a defensive cooldown. That's it. An immunity, Ice Block, Aspect of the Turtle, Spell Warding, Bubble, literally like Rogue's Cloak. Like you just look for your defensive, use the biggest one you have for the second one, you'll be fine. After he does the second one, and you survived, good job. He will go into an intermission where he will knock you back. It's called Ward in Flames. There are going to be these small orbs. Take them, they give you damage increase. You don't need to get them if you don't want to, but just take them. It's free damage, free healing. And then just DPS the boss. Don't even worry about running in and out of the circle flames around the room. You're too high level with too much health to worry about that. And then it's just a rinse and repeat. The only thing that's going to wipe you again is the Brand of Damnation. So second what time he does it, after each intermission, so when he comes out of the Ward of Flames, it resets. So the first one you can tank it, second one you defensive cooldown, and then try and kill him as quick as you can. Usually what he used to do is after 2 intermissions he would enrage, which by the way the enrage does not matter, it hits like a fucking noodle. But he doesn't seem to do that now. He seems to loop his P1 like 3-4 times. I mean it doesn't really affect anyone. I don't know, it's a bit strange, but okay. So just use the defensive cooldown, and yeah, the boss will just die eventually. So that's it.
Okay, Tindral is ready, very easy now. In P1 here, all you're going to do is stand here and nuke him. Once he gets to, I believe it was 65% or 70, he's going to fly off. Before you do this fight, make sure your skywriting is enabled or you're going to get stuck. You need to have skywriting enabled because static flying doesn't work here. So once the boss flies off here, we're going to look around the room. You're going to see a feather. It's going to come up here in a moment. And then once you loot the feather, you're going to get on your mount and just follow Tindral. It's basically you're hopping from one platform to another platform. Don't even worry about the green orbs, to be honest with you. You can get them if you want. You don't even have to dodge the fire balls around it that do damage. They don't do that much. If you get it, you get damage boost to get him out of his intermission, where he has a little bit of a shield and you have to kind of break it within like 30 seconds. You'll be fine. You will have more than enough time. Even if it goes off, it's not going to one-shot you. It's not going to do anything. The green orbs also recharge your vigor, so for some reason if you can't manage the skywriting portion, then go for the green orbs. As for the main dangerous part of Tindral is the flaming seeds. They only do 1 now. Instead of putting 20 around the room, and it used to be that on Mythic you can only soak 1 per player, and that's why as a group obviously you have each player soaking a seed. Now there's only 1 seed in total. So here he's going to do flaming germination, and it's going to spawn a seed on the ground. You see that seed on the ground? You run over it, and then that's it. It's gone. Even if the tree, if you don't stand on it, a flaming tree will spawn. It will last 10 minutes on Mythic. It could have been nerfed. I obviously didn't sit here for 10 minutes testing it, but it's really not going to do that much damage. 1 tree is basically, it's going to tick for like 5% of your health per second. Your leech healing will be fine. You'll get rid of it in no time. Other than that, just once he gets to about 40, you'll go to platform 3. Same thing, just kill the boss. He will do a seed, stand in it, and then you won't take any damage. Even if you don't stand in it, just have leech will out heal it. Honestly, it's trivial now. It's probably one of the easier bosses in here. Curious to see what the comments say about how people wipe to it, but yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. Now we go to the hardest boss of the entire place. Okay, so there are several strategies you can do here. I'm going to do my best to cover them all, okay guys? So first of all, for P1, changes is that the flame debuff only stacks to 1 now. So if you were dying to that 99 stacks of a flame, you don't need to play dwarf now. You don't need to like use ice block or bubble to get rid of it. You don't even need to have a healer to dispel it. It's 1 stack. It hits like 300 per second. Basically, it's non-existent for anyone with a reasonably large amount of health, which at level 80, 90, you'll be fine. That's it. So other than that, the Dream Ren can still hurt a little bit as DPS specs. So wherever you decide to tank Fyrakk, don't tank him next to the Heart of Amirdrassil, because when he puts the swirly flame patch on the ground, if it hits the roots, it will one-shot the boss. One-shot the Heart of Amirdrassil, which is a wipe basically. So just take him to the back of the room here. If you have leech, you'll be fine. None of this stuff really hurts. The only thing that could potentially one-shot you, I'll explain why potentially, is the Mythic Soak mechanic, the Dark Flame Crest. It's like these ads that jump on you. You're meant to soak it with people. They have a hit rating mechanic, so they're level 70, you're level 90 or 80. So they will miss on you. But if they don't miss, they'll hit like 100k, maybe 200, maybe more depending on your situation. If it does one-shot you, I would just say go again. It had like a 50% chance to miss. Like most of the time for me, it missed when I was testing it. If you don't like wiping and you just want to get it right the first time, then just use a big defensive cooldown, because you're not going to need a defensive cooldown anywhere else. Okay, so for the intermission, you have 30 seconds to break the shield. If you do not break the shield, Amirdrassil will burn, the fight is over. So you're going to die instantly. You should be able to reasonably do this just by doing your rotation. But if for some reason you're struggling, then you should pop all your cooldowns and drums your 5-minute potion, which is extremely strong this expansion in Midnight, and you will be fine. I broke the shield within 5 seconds, so Really can't see. If you can't do this part, then you can't do the rest of the fight. It won't allow you to progress. So as for the flaming orbs in the background, they do not hurt at all. I literally did this on a level 90 hunter in questing gear, like the first day of early access. And fun fact, while he has his absorb up during the intermission, your leech doesn't work. And even with that, I still managed to do it as a survival hunter. So I'm gonna assume most people are gonna be fine. If you had 1 or 2 epic pieces combined with some questing gear, you'll be fine, honestly. I don't see anyone really having an issue on that phase. But if you are, let's say you're barely getting through it, but you're dying, I don't know, pop your defensive cooldown, some self-healing, buy a health potion. But I don't see that being a big issue for people. Now, as for P2, so there's several facts I need to state here. It's a bit of a complicated one, but I'll do my best. So Amirdrassil now drains at the rate of 1% every 3 seconds. However, if you are like a hunter doing this, let's say you're going throughout the entire fight, you're not planning to kill Fyrakk within 30 seconds. Spirit of Kaldora, friendly NPCs, you need to make sure that you save them. And when I mean save them, they're going to heal themselves at a rate of 2 to 3% per second. It fluctuates and it is a bit buggy in my testing. Some of them won't heal at all. If there are any enemy adds, which happens during the Screaming Soul intermission, where Fyrakk breathes down the middle and he spawns all those adds, you need to kill those adds all very quickly. I think this is the part where most people should pop all their cooldowns, because this, I think realistically, assuming you got past the intermission, I could see this as the part where people struggle and get pissed off. Pop all your cooldowns here during this intermission and kill these adds, because I literally had to do that, mainly because I'm level 80. If you don't, your friendly adds, no matter how much healing Blizzard made them do to themselves, they are going to walk through the middle. Can you see this ad here? He gets converted. The screaming adds, if not interrupted or CC'd, that cast they are doing, that permacast, will literally instantly convert your friendly NPCs into enemies, which means it doesn't matter what's happening with their healing. They are all, none of the adds are going to get through, and eventually Amirdrassil will die. The nice thing about this, it takes so long for the heart to die that most people in reasonable like champion track gear, hero track gear, let's say champion track, veteran track gear, as long as you know how to press your buttons relatively well, you are going to kill Fyrakk way before any of the things I've just said become a problem. Previously it was only like you had to kill the boss within 30 seconds of him coming out of his intermission. You literally have like 2 minutes now. Like you can let every single one of your adds die. Let's say you mess up the Screaming Souls, you don't kill them. You still have enough time that I think you could kill Fyrakk. So if you are wiping to the Screaming Souls despite popping cooldowns, I'm gonna advise you just pop all your cooldowns on Fyrakk the moment he enters P2, which is when you see the Heart of Amirdrassil health bar at the top. If you do that, then I think, like I said, with veteran track gear, champion track gear, you will kill him within a minute or two. Even after he flies off, you can fly off, kill every one of your adds, come back, and you'll have enough time. Assuming you are slow like me, which I mean I'm level 80 tank, and you enter P3, the Heart of Amirdrassil doesn't matter, nor do the seeds. You just stand there and kill the boss. Only thing is keep the boss in the middle of the room, because the flaming torpedoes can knock you off the edge. I still think these nerfs were sloppy to Fyrakk, because if you have no idea what's happening and those Screaming Souls come down, so the way I think I get what Blizzard intended. They wanted the adds to heal themselves so you don't have to heal them, and they do out heal the pulsing shadow flame damage that kind of happens every few seconds, which is great. But the fact they get converted into enemies once they get hit by a Screaming Soul, and if you don't even let's say they don't get hit by the Screaming Souls, let's say you interrupt them, and they make it past the middle section. But if you keep letting these adds cast, they're gonna ramp up in damage, and eventually all the new spawns, the friendly NPCs that spawn, they are going to die quicker than the rate at which they're self-healing. And Amirdrassil, it still matters what HP those adds are when they hit the tree. Like if the big add, for example, if he reaches the Heart of Amirdrassil at 10%, he won't heal the tree that much. There has been some false reports saying that it's a flat 10% heal regardless of HP. That is not true. I have combat logs to prove that. So you need to, if you have healing, great, heal. If you don't have healing, then you need to make sure that you protect those ads by clearing any threat to them, and that is going to be Screaming Souls. And also making sure you keep Fyrakk. Fyrakk does a frontal, I think it's fyr'lath bite. Do not face it towards the ads. He will literally one-shot the ads. So you need to face Fyrakk, positioning wise, away from your friendly allies, or he will kill them. Okay. Like I said, the drain rate is so small now, so slow now, that you can afford to lose like a group of 3 to 4 ads. You'll be fine. But if you don't deal with the Screaming Soul issue in the intermission in P2, then none of your ads are ever getting across. And I think, yeah, Blizzard had to have missed that, because that's a pretty big deal, and I think most people are still going to wipe to that. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get comments saying, "Oh, the allies, they got converted. What do I do?" But yeah, I mean, I think it's an okay first nerf, but I think it's going to need a second nerf, because yeah, there are people who are very, very, very like slow, casual, non-geared. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I will do my best to reply to every comment. Obviously, there are so many things that I probably didn't even think about covering here, but I pretty much know all these fights and every kind of thing that can happen. So just ask, and I will do my best to help you, regardless of your class, spec, level. So I hope you enjoyed the guide, guys.